Welcome to the B&A podcast presented by Redline Auto and Elite Compression on the Rocket Productions Network. I'm your host, Brinley Fouts. If you are new or have missed any episodes of the B&A podcast, go find the Rocket Productions on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or any place where you listen to podcasts. All of our podcasts are also on the Rocket Productions YouTube channel. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to check out the Rocket Productions on Instagram and Facebook. Let's get into it. We're here today with Navia Garcia-bebek. So how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so how's your senior year going overall?
It's fine. It's been exciting.
Yeah.
Eventful.
So not your favorite year, but what's been your favorite year, I guess?
Senior year's been pretty good.
Sound very confident with that.
Out of all of them, I'd probably say senior year.
Yeah.
None of them have really been like my favorite, but if I had to pick one that I liked the most, it'd probably be senior year.
Yeah.
How many years have you been at Rose Hill?
I've been going to Rose Hill since 5th grade, so 7 years, I think.
Overall, your years from 5th grade to now, what has been your favorite class?
Probably yearbook. I did it all through middle school and now all through high school, so I would have done it 7 years now.
So kind of just stuck with you?
Yeah.
So what? Oh, no, that's not me.
What has been like your favorite memory of being at Rose Hill?
Probably Barger locking his keys in the van.
Last year, cross country.
Yes, at State in Wamego. We were sitting at Olive Garden, and he locked the keys in the van.
What do you have to do then?
Yeah, what did you guys do?
We had to call AAA, and thankfully they had like a place out in like Manhattan, because that's where we were.
Yeah.
On our way to Wamego, but yeah, we were stuck at Olive Garden for a little while.
Okay, so you're in the same school as your sister. How do you like that?
I hate it. I want her out of this is my school.
You don't like having your sister in this school?
Sometimes I like it, but a majority of the time she just annoys the crap out of me, and I can't.
She's like, my sister's a senior.
Yeah. I probably, I do like having her, except for when she asked me to go get her and Jocelyn food every single day.
I know, I see them with food every day.
I do the same thing.
Sometimes they don't ask me and they ask somebody else, but a majority of the time they ask me.
A majority of the time.
Really
I'm kind of
annoying.
worried that's how my brother's going to be next year.
Yeah,
all
Yeah.
his little friends.
I just started saying no. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. And then, of course, she has my Life 360 so she can see.
So she's like, give me some food.
Yeah.
All right, we will be back to talk to Navi about some things about yearbook, but before that, Elite Compression has been offering their service for over 6 years. They fit all patients with lymphedema and chronic venous insufficiencies and make it easier for the patient to live their lives to the fullest. They are open all weekdays from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can locate them at 10346 Stonegate Street. You can contact them today at 316-636-7900.
McCullough's excavation was established in 1985 by Jess McCullough as president. They started installing sewer service and septic construction for residents. Over the years, their company has grown into commercial and industrial and municipal site utility constructions. Their business hours are 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and contact number is 316-634-2199.
All right, we are back today with Navia Garcia-bebek. We're going to ask her some questions about yearbook. So how is yearbook going this year?
It's going good. I feel like every year it just kind of depends, like, what kind of a group you have. But this year it's been really good.
That's good.
Nice. So what is the yearbook? How does it work?
So it's basically just creating a lifetime book that students and even staff can have throughout their years. It's kind of like a memory, like a scrapbook type thing that students put together that people can buy and have to show their kids or something, or just to keep for memorabilia.
So you guys as a group just come up with a bunch of different things and...
We have like different spreads, so there's different aspects to the yearbook, like there's a sports kind of part of pages, yeah. There's like classes, so you'll see some like the portraits, which is when you guys go and take photos for Life Touch. Those go into the yearbook. We do candid shots all around the school, so if you see somebody coming in and taking random pictures of your class, you're like, what the heck are they doing? It's probably yearbook to put those on some of the pages. We cover all the sports, get pictures. We used to get them from Rocket Athletics, but with Rocket Athletics kind of being down this year, we've had to go out and get our own photos or contact people who have photos.
So what's your role?
My role is chief editor. I've kind of been in that role 2.5-ish years now. It's kind of just looking over everything. I still have pages that I have to do, but a majority of it is just looking over everything, making sure people are getting their pages done and not just slacking off in the class.
Yeah. How is that different from others, like compared to what other people do? Do they kind of do the work and you just check over it?
We all do the work. I just have that extra role of once they do their work, I'm going over and checking for grammar errors, checking to see if the photos have been tagged, kind of just double checking their work and looking over to see how it looks.
So do certain people do like sports and then certain people do like other things in the yearbook, or do you all just kind of just work on the yearbook?
Yeah, so we split up the pages. They come in sets of 2, so spreads is what we call them. And each student, I think we have 10 people total in our class, maybe 9. I don't know for sure the number. But we split them up, and we have a deadline. So we have 4 deadlines. We had one before the first 9 weeks ended, and it's pretty much every 9 weeks we have a deadline. And they basically just have to get their photos and captions and everything in before that deadline, so that way then I can go through and check. So each person in the class typically has around 2 to 3 spreads each deadline to complete. So
Nice. Is it hard being the chief editor?
I'll say yes, but it's really not that much different.
Yeah.
From being just on regular staff. The only difference is the responsibility that you hold to make sure that the pages are presentable, because in the end, if they don't look presentable or if there's an error, then it falls kind of back on the chief editor. So.
Yeah.
What is your guys' theme for the yearbook this year?
So we all kind of came up with a theme of doing Spotify. So last year we did like a casino type thing. And this year's we wanted to do something. It's always interesting to see what some people come up with. A lot of times we had been seeing, just scrolling through TikTok a couple of times, I saw like Spotify yearbooks coming up, and just overall like anything to do with music. And it was just kind of a weird way to put it, but we decided to do, instead of Spotify, it's Rocketfi. So on the front page, we kind of have the green circle of the logo of Spotify, and then we have Rose Hill, like the Rockets.
Will it be green
symbol.
or red?
It'll be green,
Okay.
to kind of still symbolize Spotify, but then a lot of the things are going to be rocket-based. So, yeah.
All right. Is yearbook something you could get a scholarship for or no?
I actually don't know. I haven't really looked into that much of a yearbook scholarship. I'm sure there's something out there, especially if you were going into like yearbook design, like in college and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
So where do you want to go to college?
I'm pretty much gonna go to Pitt State.
Yeah.
It's kind of finalized.
Well, that's good. What are you going for?
Graphic design.
Okay.
So it does kind of tie into yearbook a little bit.
Yeah.
I have designed both of the covers this year and last year.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Nice.
Yep.
All right, well, we will be right back to talk to Navia about some things in her future, but before that, Redline Auto has been repairing vehicles for 20 years. They're located at 112 North Rose Hill Road. They work on all makes and models and have the newest technology to service your vehicle. They're open 5 days a week from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. You can call them today at 316-776-9069.
The Rose Hill Library started out as a community library at the school. Their hours are 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, and they are closed on Fridays and Sundays. They have nearly 10,000 items to check out, and all you need is a library card. They also have story time on Mondays at 10 a.m., and during the summer they host a summer reading program. The library can also fax and scan documents to a flash drive and make copies for you. You can contact them at 316-776-3013.
All right, we're back here with Navia. So where do you see yourself in like 5 to 10 years from now?
Oh gosh. Hopefully out of college at that point, or graduating college. Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah.
I hope to see myself at a graphic design company, whether that's like designing like just random media stuff. I don't really know exactly what part of the graphic design, whether it'll be graphic communications or like actual design that I'll be going into. But I hope to see myself in some form of that, unless I change my mind halfway through college on what I want to do. But let's hope I don't. I don't know. I don't really know how to answer a question like that. Like, it's just hopefully successful.
There's so many different options.
Yeah. Hopefully not on a street.
Yeah.
Begging for money. That's all I hope.
Yeah. Okay, what is one thing that you have learned from high school that you feel like will help you in the future?
Maybe not so much seeing, or maybe some not.
Words are hard. It's okay.
You're okay.
Maybe not so much high school, but senior year and probably a little bit of junior year too. Just people like kind of show you who they are, and you just have to remember like it's like you can only be you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know, I feel like that's a little bit more motivational, but I feel like going into college, like you can't expect everybody else to do the work for you, because like in the end you have to do the work.
Yeah.
And especially in high school, like I've noticed that while taking college classes, I kind of failed to do a couple assignments and it dropped my grade down a little bit, and I kept on wanting to kind of like blame people, but in the end it was my fault. So
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching and listening to the BNA podcast on the Rocket Productions Network. Remember to subscribe to the Rocket Productions on YouTube, or on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or any place where you listen to podcasts. If you are not already a subscriber to the Rocket Productions on YouTube, please subscribe. Until next time, for Amyra Jones, I'm Brinley Fouts.